What do you see? My name is Willow and I am 9 years old. My mummy is Dula Sarah. She is a little bit crazy and silly. She acts like a Karen sometimes when she complains. She is kind and she cares very much. One day, she was sad thinking about how the family she works for are sometimes treated. When a picture she remembered came into her head and she decided to write a blog post about it. This is my version of her post and what I think about the picture called The Vulture and the Little Girl, which was taken before I was born. This painting is of the photograph. The child was actually a little boy all alone. He looks very tired and hungry, but he hasn't eaten anything in a long time. He was trying to get to a place where he could get some food, just a half-mile away. This picture was taken in a country in Africa that was called Sudan, in a place that is now called South Sudan. The picture was taken by a white South African photojournalist named Kevin Carter. Do your parents or guardian like to take photographs of you? Or do you catch them taking selfies? Cringe! Someone who makes money taking pictures is called a photographer. A photographer takes a picture. It is called photography. There are different types of photography. For example, a scientific photographer takes pictures of scientific things. Science and space is my favorite subject to learn about. Wildlife photographer. Wildlife photographers take pictures of animals. A portrait photographer takes pictures of faces on location or in a studio. My mummy was a photographer. She took this picture of my daddy. A photojournalist takes pictures of important things to show us what's happening in the world, positive events, and people are photographed, such as Rosa Parks, a woman that lived in America during a time of segregation. Segregation means keeping people apart. In many cases, it is a form of discrimination because one group of people is treated unfairly. White people had more rights, money, and power than black people who were treated unfairly just because of the color of their skin. Rosa Parks was very brave to stick up for herself and would not give up her seat on a bus to let a white person sit down. Princess Diana was Prince William and Prince Harry's mummy and a very kind woman. And Nelson Mandela, who was freed from a long time in prison to becoming the president of South Africa. Sometimes these things are not always happy, like war, sick children, or children who don't have enough toys or a clean place to live in. Kevin Carter didn't help the boy at all. I think he should have put down his camera and tried to find him some food and water. He waited 20 minutes for the big bird to open its wings for a better picture. Here are some questions when you look at this picture. What do you see? Do you see someone who might need a helping hand or just a sad picture? Is it okay to take a picture and not help? I would carry the child to get food and water. Do you think that a picture of someone helping and giving comfort to a child is less sad? Imagine a hot sunny day. You haven't had anything to eat or drink for a long time. There's not enough food to go around. You can barely stand. Suddenly you see a big bird with big eyes with a sharp beak circling overhead. Vultures are large birds of prey. Unlike other birds of prey, vultures usually do not hunt for live animals. They mostly eat dead meat and waste instead. Sometimes vultures find a dying animal and circle over it, while others fly from miles away to share the meal. I don't think this is acceptable. I think he must have been very scared and sad. because an adult nearby took pictures instead of helping him. Can you believe he won a very big prize called the Pulitzer Prize? The picture made people sad and aware of the problem, but I don't think he should have taken the picture. 4 months after winning the prize, Kevin Carter was asked during an interview why he didn't help. He had a flight to catch. The person then said, "I put it to you that there were 2 vultures on that day. One had a camera." Following this, Kevin Carter was so very sad and ashamed, and no person was happy because of it. Think about the boy in the picture as though he was your friend, brother, or child. He is an innocent little boy that is a part of a community with a family, a past, a present, and a future. Name him with a Sudanese name. Care for him as he is your own child. This picture can remind us that there are people in the world who are less fortunate than us. It can also remind us to be kind and have compassion. If we see someone who's hungry, we try to find them food. The best thing to be is a helper. Even small things can make a big difference. Maybe you can share your toys with a friend or help a lost puppy find its way home. By Willow Hawkins Bell. Make sure to check out new posts from me and my mummy.